What's up, Age of Empires 4 fans? It's FitzBro, and we have our Season 3 update. It's coming. Malians, Ottomans, maps, team ranked, all that fun stuff, and more. Let's start to dig into these patch notes. Some of it you might know from playing the previous versions of the PUP, the preview, and some of it might be new to us. As always, if you want to stay up to date on our Age of Empires 4 news, content, casted games, hit that sub button, leave me comments because it helps me out with my channel. And next week, I'll be casting that B event of the Red Bull Wolo tournament on EGC TV on Wednesday and Thursday, so I hope to see you over there. Let's dig into these notes. It is October 19th, Season 3 update. This will be coming next week on October the 25th. I like this graphic, by the way. Really cool looking. Look at all that. Sometimes they reuse similar looking images, but this looks like a new one I haven't seen before. Kind of a combination of things. So pretty cool looking. Let's keep going. October 25th is around the corner. And with it comes the Anniversary Edition update. Yeah, that's what they're calling it, the Anniversary Edition, because it's their 25th anniversary. It's just their fancy name for it. It's still the same game, but we're going to have some new civs. Those are going to be free. Malians, Ottomans are free. So you already got the game. You're going to have the civs. We're excited to celebrate with you and thought we'd get the party started with an in-depth overview of Season 3, including new civs, challenges, achievements, features, and more. Whether it's Art of War, Malians and Ottomans, solo ranked, team ranked, or the themed awards, there's something for you. I'm really looking forward to playing some ranked teams. I don't know about you guys. Here's just a sample of what you can look forward to in the update. 2 new civs, along with corresponding Art of War challenges, masteries and achievements, the start of ranked Season 3, right? So it's going to be our new ranked season. The introduction of team ranked in its very first season, though the first time we've ever seen team ranked. Brand new rewards. Use taunts, so we're going to have taunts that we can use. You've seen that on the PUP. 8 new maps with 2 new biomes. I'm excited about the new maps, so our free-for-alls have some new fun stuff we could do. Naval balance rework, we know that's changed a bunch, and waypoint markers to get set unit paths. Looks like they're going to do a stream today, actually, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. So I maybe, oh, there we go. I clicked it. We're going over there. That's a link, apparently. You would never know this was a link. It's not under. Apparently it is. There we go. That'll take it to their Twitch. Anyways, let's see what we got going on here. Build Spotlight, the Ottomans. Now, for the Ottomans and Malians, if you have somehow been living under a rock, don't know anything about the civs, go back on the channel. I got overviews of the civs. I've got casted games, gameplay, build orders. Go check that out. Right now, I think I'm going to be an Ottoman main. They seem a little harder right now. And, you know, I don't like to play the OP civs. I think Malians are a little stronger, a little easier to use. So Ottoman's probably going to be my main squeeze. You've got the Imperial Council system, military school, etc. Read more on their website. Yeah, you can also go look through that. Art of War challenges. At last, survival challenges have come to Art of War. 2 new single-player Art of War survival challenge missions focused on the Ottoman and Malian civilizations. Use them to hone your understanding and mastery of unique abilities of each civ. Okay, so it's going to be, looks like some survival challenges specifically built around those 2 new civilizations. Oh, I love this image. This is going to be great. I'm going to use this for some thumbnails. That's a nice looking image because you can put text here in it. It's perfect. It's perfect. Sorry. That cuts my content creator brain. Oh, in the Ottoman Art of War challenge, you have to defend your town center, prevent it from being destroyed by the opponents. It's kind of like a I don't know. Yeah, it's a survival very much. You can get your different medals by surviving. The Malians Art of War challenge, you must defend your open pit mines from waves of enemy attackers. You must use the unique units to put together strikes to enemy forces and protect your pit mines. So 2 survival, single player mode. Should be fun. I wonder if how long we can last in the ring. I know Salami was going hardcore on those on the PUP. Caster mode. You know I'm excited about this one. Brand new caster UI. In our Season 3 update, you'll be able to check out our new caster mode from Capture Age. Yay, yay, yay. This will be released in its beta as part of the update. You can use it for 1v1 matches. The tool will continue to evolve over time. I expect they'll add in teams over time. I thought it was funny. EGC just announced a $40,000 team tournament immediately after they've announced a new caster thing that's only supports 1v1. So we're not going to be able to use this new UI if we're participating in that tournament, but is what it is. I'm excited about that caster mode. We're going to see that Red Bull Wolo a ton, of course. Okay, taunts and cheats. What is that guy? What is that? Is that a Marine? The fan requested features of taunts return in Age of Empires 4. In this update, a variety of taunts and cheats. I guess that's one of the cheats. That looks like, what's that guy called? He's got a special name. I can't remember what it is right now, but he's been in some of the other Age of Empires games as far as taunts. Little like astronaut with a gun. I'm sure that's gonna be a cheat that you can have there. Can't remember his name. Let me know in the comments. I'm sure somebody remembers. Okay, new maps. We've got forest ponds. Now, you ready? For hot take, I think some of these maps are very shit for, are not going to be very good for competitive play. You've seen a lot of pros express their disappointments with some of it. There's some issues with some of these maps, but they could be fun in different ways. But as far as competitive 1v1, it's going to be, I don't know. Forest ponds, there's that one. It's got the ponds in the middle, wood in the middle, and then our sacred sites. I'm thinking about what could be used for free-for-all. Hideout is actually a pretty good free-for-all map I found. This is another one that's got like stuff in the middle. I generally don't like maps that have giant obstructions in the middle because it forces like stone walls and like fighting on like one side or the other. And it's like, how lucky are you? Did you pick the right side? Mountain clearing, a fun little free-for-all map, right? For our rumble, but 1v1, I don't know. You spawn really close together, but interesting. Wetlands, got all these tiny ponds everywhere. Everywhere, literally. Prairie, this has like some more resources that start close in your base. I hope they scale that back, but this is like if the resources were distributed more evenly and not so stacked in like under your town center, I think this will be a better map, but has potential. Water holes, you got these two little ponds or water holes on both sides. Mediterranean, this is a map, probably one of my favorites out of the new maps, and particularly for team games and free-for-alls. I think it's very nice as well. Mediterranean, a classic map for the franchise. My only question, I really wish the pond was just like this was symmetrical map. I just wish it was a perfect circle, like even on both sides. I don't want RNG of like, well, will I spawn closer to the lake than my opponent, which is things I've seen. And if you're closer, you could get a water first and get water superiority. So it's kind of a big deal. Oasis, classic map, got wood, you got a pond in the middle. There it is. We've seen this. I think I played Oasis the most. They say coming back from Age of Empires 2. I actually played Oasis the most when I played Age of Mythology. Season 3 rewards. Okay, let's take a look at these bad boys. What's it say? Wait, I thought this was going to be the reward, so maybe it's down here. Oh, there it is. I love this banner. That might be my new desktop background. That thing is sexy. Man, oh man. New portraits. What is that thing? What? Okay, there's the... Did they give a name? I'm trying to remember what his name is. I'll remember by the time I get to the end of this video. A birthday bash. December with tons of toys. Stay tuned for more details. I don't think they gave them names, but... that is a very strange looking portrait. This is an AoE3 one. That's an AoE3 portrait. Why is that in here? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, you gotta log on to get some different things. Yes. There's all the rewards. If you're a reward junkie, go read all that. I'm not here to collect rewards. I'm here to collect DLO personally. Season 3, ranked and leaderboards. Team up with friends or matchmake. Uh-oh. Is that proper? Maybe it is. With other players to participate. I guess it is. Matchmake with other ranked teams. Composed of 2v2, 3v3, or 4v4. We have ranked leaderboards available for teams as well, but let's be honest, we're probably going to go to AoE World to check that out. Once Season 3 officially starts on October 26th, so it doesn't start on the 25th, you'll be able to see how you stack up against other players in the ranked queues. Let's see what this leaderboard looks like. Yeah, it's exactly like the 1v1. Okay. Playing competitive games with your friends is already rewarding, but you get some additional reasons because you'll get additional monuments, portraits. Yeah, look at these bad boys. Look at this. Your solo rank is completely distinct from your team rank, so that's a good thing to know, guys. So for some people who really like just playing teams, you'll also have ranks and it's going to be different. And I actually think the team ranks look cooler. So these are the solo ones here. By the way, I've made these my sub icons, my sub badges over on Twitch. So if you've been watching on YouTube, never been to Twitch, head on over to twitch.tv/FitzBro. Give me a little sub. If you got Amazon Prime, you can link it with your account, and it helps me out if you like all this content. And you get these badges as you get those reoccurring subs. So there's all of those solo ones. Here's the team ones. Like, don't you think the team ones look like that? I want this one right here. Yeah, I like it. I always think the diamond statues look better than the Conqueror because the Conqueror statues have this red on them. Like, don't you think this ram looks better? I think so. But, anywho, there's your rewards for your reward junkies. Unlockable taunts. So you're going to have to do things to unlock taunts. Okay. OP, Nice Sheep, Strelbora. Oh, I got to get that. Bronze plus solo or team. So all kinds of taunts. You know, there'll be taunts for days. We'll have fun messing around with that. A more regular map pool rotation starting in Season 3. You've piqued my interest. There will always be 7 static maps that remain in the ranked pool for the entire season. Certain will also rotate in throughout the season. Check out the map list below to see which maps will be available during our 3rd ranked season. Okay, so these are our standard ones, our static ranked ones. Forest Ponds. Hillendale. Okay. Rotating ranked maps. Magari, Altai, Hideout. Oh boy. I've got a bad feeling about this. Let me know, guys, down in the comments. How do you feel about some of these maps rotating into the ranked pool? I have my reservations, but we'll see how it works out. What is this? Hold on, my Halloween playlist has gone wild on me here. It's just more okay, it's spooked. I don't know. There aren't usually lyrics in these. It's my spooky music. Okay, let's get back to it. So some of the balance changes. Oh, it zoomed all the way out. Okay, I know what happened. Yeah, it's because I switched to that other scene. Okay, where were we? Okay, maps. These are the quick play maps. There's all of them. Okay, quick play maps. Naval Rework. Previously let you know we're adding some changes to naval balance. You guys have seen this probably already. Arrow ships, fire ships, springald ships. I always am confused the fact that the demo ships are called fire ships. I feel like they should be called demo ships. Like fire ships, I picture that ship in Age of Empires that shoots fire. Right, but I don't know. I guess they still use fire to explode. Waypoint markers. Yep, so you can now see these markers, which just helps you know what's going on with your units. Should have been there day 1, but here we are. We have it, yay. Stability and performance. Let's take a bet, guys. Do you think they will mention people desyncing the game? I'm going to go with no. I bet they won't. Introduce mitigations for several networking issues, especially ones that cause disconnects and slowdowns during matchmaking, chatting, and loading. Should improve. We're going to fix this. Fix the rear crash. Fix the crash and quit the game. Okay, so there's no restore as of 1 year into the game. No restoring, no pausing. And there's also no mention of the fact that there's just desyncing going on. So hopefully someday that could get addressed, but it sounds like people will still probably be abusing now team ranked ladder with desyncs, I would imagine. Hotkey updates. Fixed a shift queue inconsistency issue found between the grid key and remappable hotkey layouts. Okay, so these are just some small hotkey changes. You can now rebind the train scout. Okay, there we go. Just some small little details on the hotkeys. Council hall can be mapped. Some of it looks like a bunch of landmarks can now be accessed with some different shortcuts. That is what that all looks like. Yeah, that's what that is. Oh, the economy shortcuts can't step right out. So some good quality of life improvements there. Campaign. I've never played the campaign, but panoramic camera setting now works while playing the campaign. In Art of Work, there you go. If you want it, you can have it. Any way you want it. Art of War. They will no longer be skipped by any input except escape campaign missions. There's some changes. I don't do campaign, so sorry. Balance. Naval balance rework all civs. So I'm going to try to find the changes, right? Because we've already kind of seen a lot of this from the from playing the pup. Each class or ship now shares the same stats. Yeah, so across it means they're all equal cost and power. So that they've really like leveled the playing field on the ship. So the French Hulk can't just demolish everyone anymore. Tend to add ship variations back. They're working on the balance further. I think they've already discovered there's some issues with everything actually being even, since some people are better on land, and then if you're all even on water, it's not like a Civ that has a unique water bonus really anymore. Move the spring gold ship, incendiary ship to the feudal age. So you have that rock, paper, scissors combo. There you have it. Archer ship, incendiary. Now, interesting. They say fire ship above and incendiary ship here. Uh-oh. I think it's supposed to be the incendiary ship, but I don't know. But a little inconsistency. Whatever. I wouldn't have had to type up all these notes. No naval units unlocked in the castle age. You added some upgrades, some tier upgrades. So yeah, when you get to age 3, you're going to get some of these upgrades. As you go through the ages, kind of like you would for your land army. Ship costs have been changed across the board. Yes, so there's some of them are going to cost food. Changes all those costs. Ships are also generally cheaper and train faster. The movement speed, turn of ships feel responsive. They no longer cancel garrison command upon colliding with another unit. I didn't know that was a thing. Ships can no longer go under bridges. Darn. Fishing deposits can now be reliably selected. Well, believe it when we see it. You can click fish, apparently. Of how you would approach water maps and the naval balance overall, there have been numerous changes. Below are changes will impact all civs collectively. You can no longer cancel garrison command. We already read that. Ships can no longer go under... Wait, they already had this. Just listing things twice? Okay. Be selected. That's the same thing. Okay. These notes. Woo! Springgold ship's bonus damage versus building has been increased. Ship deaths are correctly confirmed for challenges. Fire ships. Is it an incendiary ship or is it a fire ship? Burning visual effects now display when the ship is built while off screen. They nerf the naval traders. 40% less resources from trade routes. Okay, fishing ships can now see into stealth fog on water. So yeah, fishing ships perform more like scouts on the water. Line of sight. Speech lines play. Well, here you go. When the boat is commanded to a fish. Oh, a little confirmation. Nice. Looks like trade ships are cheaper. They also train faster, but have less health. They're receiving armor upgrades on the blacksmith, so they're not supposed to. By the way, public service announcement. The ranged upgrade at the blacksmith, it helps your arrow ships have more attack. The ranged armor does not help your ships, but the ranged attack does help your arrow ships. You should know that. It might not. Transport ship. Health reduced from 600 to 400. What? Uh-oh. That's scary. You can lose your whole army. You gotta be careful with that. They moved all their ships around. They changed the cost. We already kind of know that. Added some new techs. There it is. Incendiary ship. See, I think that's what they're trying to call it. Yeah, there's all of that. Our warships, they changed a bunch of stats on that. DLDR, they changed ship stats. Changes to buildings and siege. Dock gets more health. Healing nerf from 5 HP to 3 HP, so it doesn't heal as much. You can now get an arrow emplacement, defensive emplacement on the dock, which is pretty big. Dock replacement has been made more flexible, so easier to put down. The arrow slits garrison keeps. Bonus for ships reduced from 25 to 10. Okay, so sounds like keeps and towers won't do as much damage to ships. Bonus damage for ships reduced. Okay. Trebuchets have less bonus damage, so does the culverin. From 200 to plus 10. That's a big difference. Changes to the shared technologies. That's a fishing. Increased movement speed of the fish. Research times. Explosives. Research time. Okay, more upgrades. If you guys couldn't tell, this was a major naval update, right? Major naval update. Okay, there's some of the new tech. Swivel cannon, heat shots. You'll see those all on your dock. Gameplay changes. All civilizations. New setting called Show Waypoint Markers for Single Actions. So that's probably those new waypoint markers we've seen. Siege units will now automatically unpack, pack, and chase enemy units when issued a force attack command. Is that different from regular attack command? Force attack command? I'm not sure. I'd have to verify that. Fix an issue where villagers could not spawn on the side of the building closest to a designated... Oh yeah, that was a bug in the pup. I'm glad they fixed that. Unique text did not inform you of their incompletion. There is a bug. Arrow slits from town centers and airships would not play audio. Changes to how sheep behave with allies. Ally scouts cannot steal unguarded sheep. Enemy scouts cannot steal sheep that are near allies. You can use the herd ability to give sheep to allies. Okay. Sheeps. Fixed an issue where sheep would slow down when they approach near the town center. Okay, that's nice. The patrol commands would fail to queue, apparently before. They fixed that. Voice lines will not play. They fixed that. Classic queue command. Units will now respect the future state when executing commands. So big changes to kind of just control units. Wait, there's an issue with bombards and cannons could not damage university buildings? Well, I didn't even know that. Okay, the attack range on town center now displays correctly for all civs. Unit exiting rams or the transports will now become selected by default instead of the transport. I like that a lot. Okay, now the rams, maybe that'll make that a little easier. All buildings set for a weapon priority of 80. So units will just attack the closest building instead of targeting specific ones. Note that they will still prioritize attack buildings that attack them. Okay, so that's like what your units are going to automatically attack will be changed. It sounds like they'll get the closest one. Relic gold generation reduced from 100 to 80. When you collect relics, it leads to a significant economic advantage and more difficult to raid. They wanted to keep the gold value high enough that it is worth collecting, but not feel like that you are completely lost if you didn't get the relics. This is a double-edged sword. For those of you that have players get all the relics against you and you feel like, oh, I can't win. Yeah, it helps you a little bit. But hear me out. Some of the turtly best eco civs, your best chance at countering them is taking early map control and getting the relics. Whereas you should get that little benefit now. So it actually weakens the civs that need that extra eco, that don't have like the gold coming out of their farms or the Regnus Cathedral, right? So is it a good change or a bad change? I think that's going to be debated. Torch range increased by 0.25 tiles for non-villager units. Okay. Unit scout. No more does 2 damage, just does 1 damage. I totally wanted this change. This is amazing. No more scouts killing all my villagers and being annoying. They'll be grouped with other cav when in group formation. Ah, nice. So they won't just go in the front and die. Interesting. Spearmen. Health has been increased. Damage is increased. Spearmen buff. Let's go, trash army. Aimed at making them better at dealing with early night harassment. Increase their effectiveness when fighting Englishman at arms. Now, the charge distance has been reduced. They don't charge from as far away anymore. And the duration has been increased for the charge. So that's a little another change to them. The ram! Weapon range increased. What? To 2875 to 5375? Is that... What? What? That's very, very specific. Okay, it gets a little bit more RAM. Fractions of percentages. Bonus damage to walls increased from 100 to 200. Makes it easier for multiple rams to bump targets. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And now do more damage to walls. Bonus damage reduced from 500 to 450 for the trebuchet. A little bit of a trebuchet nerf. Traction trebuchet. Range has been increased by 1. With the changes to melee troops killing siege faster, the long range of trebs is now a more significant advantage. They want the difference between trebs and cannons. Trebs are slow burn from distance. Okay, so there you have it. Upgrades, technologies. Reduce the research time and cost of economic technologies. Okay, so food gathering, wood gathering, mining, all these techs have been decreased not only in train times, but also in costs. So maybe encourage you to get those techs earlier on. So it's something to consider when you're looking at your economy. Villagers, traders, and building construction updates. Villager repair animations will now look smooth and loop properly. Remember that before they would be like repairing and they'd be like they would do this like hop up and down nonsense. It was crazy. Would drop off partial resources if it was canceled or interrupted. Oh man. Sure, villagers would A-pose before harvesting sheep. Villagers would be interrupted while dropping off resources when being struck by an attacker. This is a big one. So when the scouts would hit villagers, they couldn't drop the resources before. And it sounds like maybe that won't be a thing anymore. Return to work command now occurs on all selected structures instead of just one building in the selection. Huh. Okay. Because sometimes I cycle through my buildings and it's in return to work. It sounds like it's going to be global. I'm going to take a closer look at that one. Villager torch bonus damage versus siege increased from 0 to +2. Wait. The villagers will be even better at killing rams? Ram pushes suck in the first place. Apparently, they're going to be better at killing rams. Okay. Market build time reduced from 30 to 20 seconds. Nice. Traders will now move out of the way if you're preventing a stone wall gate from being constructed. They don't stop when you assign them a new home. Traders reduced. Cost reduced. Build time also. So traders will be a little bit cheaper. 60 wood and 60 gold. They want more trade earlier on. We'll see if we see it. Maybe so. Maybe not. Building multiple farms by shift queuing on top will now consistently, yay, actually populate. You know that's kind of been an issue for a while. Fix the issue where latency affected building placement. RIP. Fix an issue where villagers could sometimes idle when constructing a wall with two. Yeah, seen that. Fix an issue where walls and other buildings could sometimes stomp trees in dense forests with the walls having a gap. Okay. That's nice, because so many times I thought I've completed my wall and suddenly a tree got stomped and knights flooded in and killed all my villagers and I lost the game because of that like single thing. So good to know. Okay, big change to buildings. Town center, nerfed. Stone cost increased from 300 to 350 stone. It's a little change. My opinion, I don't think that's going to change a whole lot. People still going to be making town centers. It's only 50 more stone. It ain't that much. It's going to be like this much of delay. People still be making town centers. Build time has been increased. Now, this is a bigger part of it. It will take longer to build those town centers. Again, I don't think it's that major of a change. I think people are still going to be doing it. It's still extraordinarily hard for you to win the game if you open with, say, a stable. Maybe you go straight to a stable and you're going to go raid them. Most people are still going to get their town centers down, and there's nothing your little horsey is going to do about it. Unless you bring your units across the entire map. But I don't know. I still think Boom is far superior to Rush in most cases. Keep build time increased. 40 seconds. Not enough in my opinion. Keep build time still is really fast. But it is 40 more seconds. So we'll see. We'll see. Civilization specific changes. Abbasid Dynasty. Oh gosh, don't nerf my babies. Reduce visual scale the Hall of Ukba to better line up with the other wonders. Okay. Audio notification when they unlock new levels. Oh, they have celebrated audio notifications when they unlock the levels. They're all going to cheer when they hit the golden age. I'm excited about that. Fix a mini-map issue where Abbasid Dynasty's main town center displays a normal town center instead of capital. Okay, trader units can no longer trade for stone. Oh, yeah, you can't trade for stone. That's pretty big. Naval Rework. Yeah, so the ships have been changed along. I would go read the other naval updates. Research time set. Okay. Chinese. Grenadiers would not display properly visual effects. They fixed that. Oh, in shallow waters. Where the Great Wall. Fixed an issue. The Great Wall gatehouse landmark could be permanently destroyed by destroying the wall surrounding it. Oh, neat. I didn't know that. Imperial Official Hotkey is now remappable. Added 2 new hotkeys for Imperial Official. Select and the cycle. Nice. Fixed issue where the Imperial Official could not manually drop off taxes at expansion town centers. Barbecuing the Sun. Help text has been changed. Okay. Reload drills. Looks like it's been buffed. The research time has been decreased. And the cost reduced by 500. That's a big one. Granary. Contains economic technologies at the granary. Ooh, nice. Can now be accessed with economic building shortcuts. Spirit of the Way. Research bonus increased from 100% to 150. That's a buff. 2 China buffs. Fire Lancer. Ranged armor increase 0 to 1, 0 to 2. Another buff. Naval Rework. They're just going to be more in line with all the other civs now, of course. But that's how all the naval reworks kind of are going. Battle Schwans can get a nest of bees in placement. It's pretty fun. Pretty fun. I like that. Delhi Sultanate. What have you done for our Elephantos? Tower of Victory now buffs all infantry produced from buildings in influence instead of units who move near the landmark. So apparently anything attached to like the influence, like that yellow grid, not the circle, just that grid, right, that you would do typically for research, infantry will automatically get buffed. So you don't have to get close to the Tower of Victory anymore. Big change. I thought Tower of Victory was actually kind of okay already. Now it'll be even better. I like it. Especially for those man-arms and crossbows. Fix an exploit allowing multiple free scholars to be provided. Have you built 2 simultaneously? LOL. Domafade's tooltip produces scholars cheaper but at a slower production speed. Okay. Houses built after researching reinforced foundations will now have correct amount of population. Apparently scholars garrison the madrasa were immediately killed when the building was destroyed. That won't be the case anymore. Scholars will now be removed from the global scholars count when a mosque or madrasa with garrison scholars is destroyed. Fix a bug where infantry would assist in the construction of walls before compound defender is built. Oh my gosh, that's been a thing since launch. I did like a video on it. Like you could build stone walls with your infantry even if you didn't have compound defender. Apparently they fixed that. Fix the issue where research progress at docks wasn't saved and the technologies were canceled. Nice. So you can now keep the... Delhi has a unique trait of when you cancel techs, you keep the research percent, so you could go back, you could switch between training or researching. And apparently that wasn't happening at the docks, so it should now work the same as all the other buildings. Fix an issue where forced march speed bonus was removed before the unit committed an actual attack. So I'm kind of curious to test this out a little bit because it's very easy to accidentally cancel a forced march, making your infantry run faster. But maybe they're making it so that it doesn't actually lose that speed until they issue that first attack. Manuscript trade cost set to 0. Well, it is Delhi. Research time set to 30 seconds. Allow scholars to garrison in docks. So this is a new tech. Each scholar increases the production speed of docks by 20%. If connected to the Delhi Sultanate, influence in docks, garrison scholars contribute to global tech. Okay, so you can garrison in a dock and use that to do your mosque Wi-Fi. If you attach it to the influence of other buildings. Probably build a mosque next to it. I don't know. Cool. Okay, those are the Delhi changes. On to the English. Berkshire Palace landmark placement rules now work like other keeps that can be placed directly on the coast, so you can get closer to the water. Fix an issue where the King's Palace landmark had less line of sight than other town centers. Didn't know that. Where keeps are constructing in less time than intended. Naval Rework, Admiralty. That's going to be a tech for that. Gives them all additional range, so a unique tech for English. French. Fix issue where the economic tech discount was not applying to fishing techs. Trade regions can no longer trade for stone, so no one can trade for stone. Long guns is going to be a unique naval tech for the French. Cost 150 wood, 350 gold. Naval guns get 10% damage, plus 10% damage. The Holy Roman Empire. Fixed an issue where arrows from the House of Swabia landmark would spawn in the incorrect position. They'd be like flying out of the air. Fix issue where the palace's weapon range UI was not displaying. Show icon properly. Emergency repairs now displays properly over the palace landmark with the emergency repairs ability is used. Fixed a bug or was it increasing population limit like other town centers? That sounds like a feature. Fix issue where the two-handed weapons tech was also being granted its bonus to torches. Torches are still one-handed. Good to know. Fix issue with the barns technology where it provided only 20 stone every minute instead of the intended 30. Fire stations, all HRE ships regen 1 HP every 2 seconds out of combat. So passive ship regeneration for your ships. On to the Mongols. Fix issue where incorrect team colors would display on Mongol Uvus. Okay. Units could get stuck in the large stone deposits when canceling Uvu. Uvus could count as a villager working stone on the villager tracking UI element. The piracy tech failed to grant the intended resources. That was a bug. Okay. Auto villagers would sometimes automatically path to a Mongol building that was in the middle of unpacking. Issue with a prayer tent's command card could sometimes display unintended duplicate buttons. Players can no longer build Uvus on the same stone deposit. Wait, you could do that before? I didn't even know you could do that. Add a new hotkey to select all packed buildings. Oh, that'll be nice. If you're moving your whole town, you can now select all the buildings, I guess, for the hotkey. For you Mongol mains out there. The raid text now correctly includes buildings that are destroyed while under construction. Just a text change. Early horsemen, getting a health increase by 10. And damage. Making early horsemen a little better for Mongols. A little Mongol buff here, huh? Never thought we'd want some Mongol buffs, but they haven't been as strong. Fix an issue with the Silver Tree tooltip, where it's described a 100% bonus to build speed instead of the intended 50% faster production. Piracy, so naval rework. Gain 25 wood gold per killed enemy ship. Currently does not work for kills with demo ships. Wait. So it's not going to count demo ships? Is that what they're saying? That's a bug? I think so. On to the Rus. Streltsy would fix an issue with Streltsy, switch to melee weapon when attacked by grenadiers. Stacked deploying of Streltsys no longer provide a stacking bonus. Gives a flat 30% attack speed after 10 seconds. So a little bit of visual clarity for the attacker and defender. Okay. The fine-tuned guns tech, secondary cost of food changed to wood to match the theme of the tech. Okay. Warrior monk train time reduced. You can get warrior monks a little faster. Matched with other units with 240 cost. Okay, so you can get those relics even faster if you do Abbey Trinity. 10 seconds faster. Town center influence increased by 1. This is to help connect them to the wooden, the hunting cabins. Or, I'm sorry, the wooden fortresses. For the wooden fortresses, for the bonus that it provides. Roost Palisade build time has been increased by several seconds. They no longer gain bounty from killing sheep. This is the biggest change. This is a nerf. We want to pull down the huge burst of gold Roost can get at the start of the game from killing Gaia. I've thought that like the bounty system could just use a rework in general. It would be nice to be able to have maps with the large variety of animals, or like bears defending, lions, wolves, like some crazy amounts of animals, but you can never add too many. You can't add any new animals because it just makes Roost crazy strong. So I would kind of like bounty not to be tied to killing wild hunts, but that's a topic for another time. Naval Rework. Research time. It removes removes the conversion cost penalty of Roost ships. That's what the tech. Pretty good. Conversions happen faster. So pretty cool. You can convert faster and removes the cost penalty. Mounted guns replaces the ballista from the spring ships with cannons with increased range and damage. Okay. The Malian and Ottoman civilizations. I'd like to thank everyone who participated in the public update preview in September. Thanks to you, we were able to make some pointed but important changes. Let's see what they have changed. I have to kind of decipher this. Naval skirmishers adds. Okay, I think they nerfed this was the Doom Canoe upgrade, I think is what this was. They have a unique upgrade for their arrow ships, and it was crazy strong before. They nerfed it a little bit. Mounted guns. It will replace same thing as the one from up above. Malian's Roost. Transport javelin damage reduced from 12 to 7. Canoe tactics. Archer ship javelins. Oh, I think I mixed these two up. 3 to 2, 6 to 4. Okay. So some slight changes to the water for the Malians. Exploit with the Malian trade tax mechanic. They fixed that exploit. I don't know what that was. Fix a bug with poison arrows would stop functioning when upgrading them at the Farimba garrison. Fixed a bug where Donzo would play looping attack animations while their spirit throw was on cooldown. Warrior Scout health regeneration reduced from 5 to 1 health per second. Big nerf to that. Reduce the detection radius of buildings and units for seeing the Musufadi. Outposts and scouts remain unchanged, continue to be the intended counter. So Musafari, their stealth unit, they're trying to make it so it's more viable to use it, but outposts, it sounds like, are still, and scouts will still see them just fine. On the Ottomans, will we see any Ottoman buffs? Imperial Rework. Cannon ships train and move 15% faster. Okay. Ottoman starting wood has been increased from 150 to 200 wood to help you with, well, you could use it for building military schools or just use it for your second town center that everybody likes to go for. Core military tech and buildings are 33% cheaper, and that's a big thing. This is a big discount across the board here. Ottomans were very wood starved because of how expensive the military schools are. This helps out with that. So it's going to make the core military and tech buildings be way cheaper, going to cost less wood to build. Janissary build time reduced 28-24. It's no longer has this is a key thing, it no longer has the ranged unit tag. So it means that they won't take bonus damage from a horseman and mangonels anymore. Okay, so they were unintentionally being countered by horsemen and mangonel before. That won't be the case anymore. The Grand Galley now fires all 3 of its weapons instead of only 1. So it'll truly be grand. The Ottoman changes. Is it enough? Does it make you happy, Ottoman mains? We will see. Map balance. Naval Rework. Okay. What did they do here for Archipelago? Dusting it off. Getting a bit of a sprucing up. High wood cost of naval fleet. We've increased the amount of forests that spawn on islands. Reduced the amount of other resources to give them more space for additional trees. Okay. Island coastlines have been altered to eliminate coastal cliffs, and mountains give more room for dock transport ship landings. Deep water fish are now placed in very even fashion off of the coast. More reliable sacred site spawning. Warring Islands now features much more forested islands, so you add more trees, less cliffs close to the edge, reduce some of the other resources. In the latter, when you play Archipelago and Warring Islands, you will be playing on a size larger than usual to accommodate for the reduced land coverage. Okay, and it allows more forests. Okay, so it sounds like those maps are going to be bigger. So it'll be interesting. We've tried some of these Warring Islands and stuff in some of our custom community games, so we might try some of that again. Archipelago has seen behind-the-scenes change how it places sacred sites. It now finds the 2 largest neutral islands and places them in the center. Okay, greatly helps improving consistency in spawning. It now spawns relics by placing 1 on each player's starting island and distributing the remaining 3 neutrally relics on initially uninhabited islands. Okay, maps on Boulder Bay. They've shrunk the overall size of the bay to provide a more even split between land and water, hill and dale. They have adjusted some generation rules on hill and dale to ensure that team games spawn plateaus for each team in the intended, even for... I know I played 3v3 the other day, and the enemy team spawned on my hill. So that's probably what this is. Now spawn behind player plateaus. Yeah. Some constraints on trade posts. Added a new balanced resource distribution category for forests. Map will spawn a larger number of forests, thank you. And they're being controlled by the system that places important objects like relics and large gold deposits. Forests are placed more fairly between players and teams on this map. I kind of like that. Lipany, some new resource balancing levers to better distribute sacred sites. Sacred sites considered. So they've basically changed a lot. I mean, for you map nerds or modders, like some of these tools are going to be more interesting to you. Essentially, they've changed the balance of these maps. Looks like, I mean, there's a bunch of text about how they're generating trees and sacred sites, etc. Lipany has had tuning done to improve the distribution of sacred sites. They're going to talk about sacred sites some more. Mega Random. We've tweaked Mega Random island generations to place players closer to the center of generated islands instead of on the shoreline. Okay. Mongolian Heights now spawn sheep more evenly across the 2 sides of the river. Mongolian Heights, more like Sheep Heights. Mountain Pass. A team game resource balancing pass. Like in 1v1, even team games should have the same amount of resources spread between the sides of the mountain. That should be clumped together near the pass. Okay, so better for team games. Mountain Pass. Prairie. The number of deer in each herd has decreased. Spawns 1 boar per player instead of 2. Thank God. They had 4 on the map before in 1v1. It's crazy. The boar has been pushed slightly further away from the player's town center. Wetlands. Amount of forest on this map has reduced. Ponds has reduced. Number of fish has been reduced. Ponds have pushed slightly further away from player's starting town center. Decreased the number of deer in the herd. The boar have moved further away. They've nerfed everything on this map. Made it look better. It was just crazy before. Reduced the chance of resources being trapped in resources. Resourceception. Miscellaneous map updates. They've done general pass on resource distribution for team games 2v2 and larger. Okay. Here's trying to ensure that team games get an even split of the map's resources. It used to be maps resource bounty in line between players. This was intended. Contested zone, but not optimal. Boring or stalemate. So now the contested zone is going to be larger, so it's not supposed to be all of the resources lumped in the middle, so you don't just automatically lose it. Somebody drops the keep in the middle. I think that's what they're going for in the most case. Affects goldstone, relics, boar spawns on team. On divided maps like Mountain Pass, Mongolian Heights, each resource is going to be even now. Asian subtropical chalk downs biome should now be spawning additional varieties of trees that apparently were missing before. Reduce how sacred sites are placed very close together. Sacred sites now search for optimal for placement room on every team member's contested zone before compromising. Where the players would spawn in random locations after restarting a match that use fixed spawn locations. Okay, the AI utilized Scout, so some changes how the AI fights. I don't know. Me and Slami still 2v6 the hardest AI. They're not strong enough yet, in my opinion, but the AI's got some changes. There you go. If you like playing against AI, go take a look at this article. I've got it linked down below. But they have improved the AI, at least. They did put up a little challenge. Civ specific AI changes, other AI changes. Okay, for you modders out there, grab thick woods, fix issue where cut trees could not be selected and villagers could not be sent to gather those trees. Royal Rumble, oh, these are their mods. Add Ottomans to the mod, added to the double villagers as well. I haven't played that mod. Content editor updates, fixed a bug for created maps where larger maps with only 2 spawn locations will still be available for more than 2 players to play. Okay. Fixed impasse interactivity for modded maps. Units can no longer walk through impasse non-interactive zones. Fixed an editor crash that could occur when resizing a map with water, then using procedural map gen. Okay, you map nerds, there you go. Content editor updates. Steam trading cards. Oh boy, I want this bad boy. How do you get these? You earn them by playing the game. Along badges and other tradable items. We need this one. We need this one. These are the 2 OP trading cards. Where is the holographic Charizard? That's all I'm looking for. I want to open the packet. I've been watching some Pokemon unboxing streams. Thanks, Ozzy Drongo, sending me links of Pokemon card unboxing. They're addicting. Okay, continue to report issues. What's on the horizon? We haven't had a roadmap yet. Is this it? We'll see what we have here. Hope you're excited for all new content in this update. We're going to share what's new. As we move forward to the end of the year, we'll be sharing out an updated version of the community. Okay, so community roadmap is going to come at the end of the year. We're planning for a minor patch next month. That'll include balance, updates, quality of life. Okay, it's nothing major, but that'll be that. Any of this could be subject to change. Okay, guys, with that is our Season 2 update 24916. Overall, I want to take a minute to recognize how many amazing things how much the devs have done in the past year to bring the game to where it is. We could talk about forever about how things were at launch and how there were some issues and bumps along the way, but they have done an excellent job making this game better. Some of these things, yes, I would have liked to see at launch, but the bottom line is they have been constantly implementing new features to the game, new civs. They already feel like they're seamlessly integrating with the other civs, which is no easy feat to do. Water's been a major change. That's a big change. And they have been supporting this game, monthly updates. And it seems like the communication has improved since what we were receiving, 6-9 months ago. And very excited about the future of Age of Empires 4 right now. I'm excited to see that new roadmap. Yes, there's always something that could be improved upon, but hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll have more new civs announced. You never know. Like, AoE3 went like, bam, 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 releasing new civs. Maybe AoE4 will have another one on the horizon. We're already talking about 2, but who knows what could be next. But these 2 new civs are going to be free for you. If you stayed to this point in the video, make sure you let me know down below. I'd like to know who actually watches all the way through. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Give me some comments. Let me know about what's your favorite topic about these mods. Or at the very least, what civ are you going to be playing? I am playing some Ottomans. Until next time, I'll see you on that official Red Bull Wolo B stream next week on EGC TV, Wednesday and Thursday. And if not there, on my stream as we dig into this new DLC as of October the 25th. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.